Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, innovating, and amazing Propagandacast with your host, Imperial Lane, the one and only master propaganda hero's like defender of the fatherland of it, 2v2 on Eindhoven. The north it is Nathan, and Lady Rytsu fighting for the German army, Deutschland. Here with the 26th Panzer with the DAK and the Wehrmacht. In the south, it is the British Empire. Substar and Turbo here with the British 1st Armour Division. We're looking at Double Pioneers, Bikes, Panzer Grenadiers versus a lot of sappers. And we got Italian infantry and we got Canadian shock troops here out already, leaving just Nathan and Turbo to out. Basil, nay. Foo. Foo. Nay. Ow. Stop. Bad cat. So, anyways, before being rudely interrupted by a cat, because I guess people haven't been, like, liking and commenting on my videos enough, for shame, big thanks to my patron supporters for their continued and generous support of the Propagandacast, and a big thanks to those who do actually comment and like on my videos, they're clearly not enough to satisfy the bloodthirst of Basil. So, got dingoes in section there for the Brits. Racing up the dingo there, west centre. To hunt down some Germans, some Jerrys. Panzer Grenadiers, they've laid out some more Grenadiers out of Nathan. East side Pioneers poking about. There go biting right into the dingo. Not the greatest start there for Lady Rytsu's little motorbike adventures. We've got a section here for Substar. Sender Grenadiers there grabbing the point while under fire from the dingo. Scaling fire out of that little Bren gun there. Losing poor Jurgen in the process. More troops moving in here, forcing Nathan to withdraw from that particular attempt to grab the centre. Simply put, too exposed, and too many Englishmen with too many guns. On the east side, sappers moving in the Pioneers. Theoretically could take out the sappers there on their own, but with two sappers around, that's going to be losing engagement for Nathan as well. So Nathan basically stuck in a lot of engagements that is going pretty poorly for him. There you go, at least one here might just be bombing the rather Grenadiers to support the Pioneers, allowing Nathan to get an upper hand here. More Grenadiers for Nathan in the centre. Lady Rytsu joining in there in the west side. Lady Rytsu struggling there versus one sapper section, at least it appears for a while. Got mines being laid down here right as the fighting's going. The sapper's just like, what are you doing over there? Shh! Don't give away what we're doing to the Germans! What is the Englishman doing over there? Nothing! Another section way there for Turbo. With another section there for Substar. First Substar. Not queued for the second one, or even less, the third one. Bastard. Sappers, Dingo section in the centre, holding off the line. East side we got Grenadiers arriving here to support Nathan, where he so desires for the support to arrive. MG-34's Lady Rytsu is taken up. Machine gun bunker repaired, and Nathan briefly considering a fourth Grenadier squad, but self-discipline kicks in and takes his hand towards the infantry officer's quarters upgrade instead. Got the munitions ability there for first Substar. Whenever he grabs a point, his unit that does it, rounded, briefly, get to, for example, fire the grenade for free. Most players, so tend to prefer the healing. But doesn't mean the other one is bad, even remotely. Section there falls back. Pioneers, Grenadiers doing a lot of damage up close to section. Struggles to face off against the might of the Pioneer. Ambulance in the way there for Lady Rytsu. Officers upgrade armors. Officers quarters up. Great down there for Nathan. Pioneers don't bite the bullet in the centre. Substar trying to hit the flank of Lady Rytsu, trying to catch her off guard, but not happening. Meanwhile, Nathan does end up going for the 4th Grenadier squad there. Decided for that 4th Grenadier squad overcoming any other sort of self-defense mechanism built into him. East side here, Turbo pushing through as Nathan has completely abandoned the east here to the British Army for now. Lady Rytsu attempting an ambulance against something else, apparently just holding her back in the first time. Almost got a triple cover from the Allies against the Germans at this rate, though we just know if they're not in the centre, busy grab that point. Humber there for first Substar. Which you know now mine is Turbo. First Substar has gotten the tech up, but has so far yet to materialize to decide to go for a Humber armored car.
Territory lost.
We await commands.
And he is still pushing back the section. First Substar may decide he wants to light things instead, or there might be something else brewing within his mind there. And there go Nathan going for Mechanized. Not the biggest surprise. Mechanized certainly grown in popularity after the patch came out, and you know, people got bored with Terror. So unless they're like, you know, going for MD42 spam, Mechanized does tend to fairly happen commonly. And there you go, first Substar, channeling his inner Englishman, also goes for the Humber armored car. In the center, Granny's going to catch the section of the heavy cover, though not quite covering enough. Nigel goes down first. Roderick follows him into after the afterlife. And Chauncey. Poor Chauncey. He never had it easy in school. Mort on the way there for first Substar. No Canadians for him. No, sir. First idea, Savage pushing 40 grenadiers over the car 90 capable action rifles. Panzer grenadiers there. Sneak about as well. Ambulance on the front here. Pack 38 there. Lady Rytsu clearly ready for the potential of Humber armored car induced headaches. And so brings in a medium anti-tank to deal with it. We got the 2-1 for Nathan. Likely will be upgraded here with a Panzer Big with the armored cars. We're going to give Nathan a bit more mobility. Saps was pushed back. Pack 38 scores a solid hit on the Humber armored car. West side here, first Substar crumbles beneath the pressure of Lady Rytsu. East side there, got the missions point there with the Grenadier. Humber keeps peppering away there, but nothing too significant done in terms of harm. Back at base, it is worth noting neither allied players actually gone for medical station. Oh, there we go. One goes for it, and then of course the other cancels. They actually went for it at the same time, and obviously realized only one of them needs to build it. So Turbo ends up, you know, doing it. He's also the only player yet to pick a battle group. Of course, at this rate, it could be heavy armored, air and sea, or Indian artillery. I mean, they're all to some extent, I think. Oh, probably not Indian artillery. More likely heavy armored or air and sea, but we'll have to see. Here we go. Got the Panzerbrücks upgrade there, so expect to have to deal with Humbers. If we needed it for Grenadiers and these, but now they seem like cut off from the rest of his forces. Center, British force there, holding back Nathan from making any movements. Except retreating, obviously.
The enemy has taken a victory point.
Got the mortar joining in the front.
Point lost.
Grenadiers being hunted down here. We got the Humber moving in. 2-1 on the move. And we got Jaegers as well there for Nathan. Got a machine gun nest, a panzer nester being built there by Lady Rytsu. Another pack for Lady Rytsu. Oh, Grenadiers wiped by the mine that was actually laid down there during that previous engagement there by Turbo. Thumbs up.
A squad of Jaeger has been requisitioned.
Now Nathan does have the egg out. We could also go for the Stug 3D call-in now and getting some stars from as well. We'll have to see if he does that. Some players are definitely big fans of that. But whether, of course, Nathan has those desires and proclivities is an entirely different subject matter. Humber dashing enough for the anti-tank gun there. Anti-tank rifles joining in the fun a bit pointlessly against the pack crew there. Dingo down, I repeat, Dingo gone or ding gone. Trying to flank around here, Humber there slowly withdrawing here, pack crew wiped up, passing to this other fry there. Lady Rytsu perhaps not quite on her. Keen on her men surviving, and that's a wipe. Could see another wipe here. Can the Substar get a second wipe on Lady Rytsu? Almost, yes! 2 wipes on Lady Rytsu. MG34 dropped as well. An absolutely painful blow there to Lady Rytsu. 2-1-28 did take out 1 Humber armored car. Not bad for Nathan, but will it be enough to compensate for the losses that Lady Rytsu suffered? Will he be able to avenge her honor? In the center, Sap's moving forward to the MD34. Nathan here lining up for the Stug 3D with the Starstorm. He has picked the abilities, so does appear fairly likely. Sap is routed. Ooh, straight to mine. Got the infantry training there for Turbo. Got the command post there for Substar. We're moving it for Armour, and there you go. Got the Stug 3D with Starstorm there for Nathan. 2 thumbs up. Armoured reserves called in. East side, British force looking to reclaim the castle ruins, and we also got here first Substar having I got behind Lady Rytsu's main force, hit the field point. Devious play there by him. Big British push. We got Bren getting up there for Turbo's infantry section. MG34 team almost down there for Lady Rytsu. German situation though is steadily eroding. Something I think will need to be done soonish. We got grenades there for Turbo, by the way. Not a bad upgrade, obviously. But it is worth noting he still hasn't picked the battle group. There goes Stug starts to move again. First shot failed to make much of an impact against all the infantry. Sabas though, faced for the Starstorm, very much induced retreat. But there you go, double single bomb on the Stug D, doing a fair bit of damage there. Vic is in trouble. We got the 6-pounder because we're great here. Nathan definitely underestimating here. Turbo's meshes here to defeat the Germans. Grenadiers hitting a minor retreat. 2-1-28 moving in here. Might try and finish off the Humber here. Turbo spots it, or at least senses it, and starts pulling back here, and so Nathan decides not to push the matter. West side is definitely looking a bit awkward here for Lady Rytsu. The entire front line has very much fallen apart. She's going to have to try and pick up the mess and sort something out of it. Got grenade launches and a Panzer Pioneer. Light down. Ambulance in trouble. There you go, catch the machine gun team here exposed. No, Nathan perhaps doesn't see it. All the way missed them tuned, I think, finish off these forces retreat, but there you go. 2-1 moving in there, scores a great shot there. On the Humber. Second shot though, misses. And gets knocked out with a 6-pounder gun. Slap across the face there for Nathan. Lady Rytsu will have to avenge his honor now. Meanwhile, first Substar with the Crusader on the way. Got the Saps flanking in there, could also drop a grenade here. First Substar, by the way, not really doing much with the battle group. So far, kind of get the impression there that first Substar might be planning to just go straight for Crocodile. Turbo taking up, but still no battle group. We've also got Guasatori here out of Lady Rytsu with the Lancia Fiamme 40.
The enemy has claimed our territory for their own.
And first Substar with the Foot Guards. No Canadians for him, only Foot Guards.
Victory point lost.
Section pushed back there with the Stug D. Got more Guasatori. Suddenly, Lady Rytsu just going all in on the Italians.
Enemy forces have secured.
Never been a while since I've seen anyone just commit heavily to the Guasatori there, so thumbs up to Lady Rytsu. Now we'll have to see, of course, you can make it work. Stug D supporting Grenadier push on the center. East side, a few lone pioneers about to get ambushed by the Sappers there. Go Humber further applying some pressure on the center, making it tougher there for Nathan to progress any kind of ease.
The enemy remains stubborn. We are down to 300 points.
Almost lost the entire Quasitoria squad. Instead of retreating sort of hard, just went for a soft retreat. The interesting choice there by Lady Rytsu. Nothing I recommend him to with that Crusader. The hunter down, finish off. We do get a second Stu D there out of Nathan. Thumbs up. It does also feel like it's part of a bit of a trend that's happening lately where a lot of players will just rely fairly intensively on the Starstorm call-ins. That's the Wehrmacht. Of course, highlights one of the weaknesses of Terror. No Starstorm. These Falschmegs. MG down. East side straight to mine there with previous consequences. Allied forces reassigned to outpace the Germans in terms of victory upon something that perhaps we, I think, resolved in the near future. But now, sure, it may not be highly critical, but if an attack persists as is, it will very quickly get very critical. There you go. Picked a lot of builds. Actually went for the demolition samples upgrade there out of Mr. First Substar. Not a bad choice, but part of me definitely would have anticipated a crocodile instead. As for Turbo, still no battle group. We are slowly approaching the 20-minute mark, and he still hasn't like made a decision there. So, my rule of thumb is generally always like, try and pick a battle group before the 20-minute mark, because after 20 minutes, there's not really much of a benefit, I feel like just not picking a battle. At that stage, you're just indecisive.
Command points should be assigned when possible, Commandant.
Really close call this last one, though. I do think that was a bit of a questionable call there out of Nathan. Like, had he had a bit of bad luck? Quite. So, definitely not something I think he should have, indulged himself in.
Installing a Luftwaffe officer's quarters.
What officer's quarters there out of Eindhoven? But there was still no battle group. For someone called Turbo, he's definitely being very slow about that one. The exact opposite of Turbo.
More replacements. Lucky day. Headquarters has an officer stationed.
And while we do have the company command post out of Turbo, we're not really seeing too much out of it. Crusaders, no Matildas, no some set up for grants. Hope he's planning something out ahead of the Armour.
Of a victory point.
Just waiting. He's partly, I think, makes sense there.
This should hold you for now.
Center falling, 6 pounder guns there for first Substar and the British Empire. Tally-ho, chaps. Recce section, Brent section, Castle Grannies, the west side, foot guards being met with the Quasitoria. Foot-based Inferno there pursuing the foot guards, who definitely need to get out of there. Bishops for Turbo, self-propelled artillery. Got a regular call in the pack ready positions. Got the Imstim as well. Meanwhile, Quasitoria keep up their assault here, ripping through British forces there, down here to percent. There we go. Guards and demolition sappers. They're taking them to Bishops for Turbo. Quasitoria though being overwhelmed here, wiped a Quasitoria squad. Massive blow, that's Lady Rytsu. Didn't get the foot guards, but yeah, that was a bit painful there for Lady Rytsu. Perhaps she's planning armed reserves. Let's try again. But Turbo, I mean, we're about to hit the 20-minute mark, and he has just not made a decision there. And first Substar sees his Crusader turn into a very, very messy toaster. That was definitely a very painful experience there. Howitzers for Lady Rytsu. Turbo continues to just not make a decision there. Most of the fighting sort of being drawn towards the center, sides on the map. particularly the west side, seems to have been almost forgotten here by the players involved. Nathan might be playing here for the Panther. More sacrifice for Turbo from the battle group.
Location captured and secured. Back to full strength.
And we got something out of later. It is the howitzer. I'm starting to think this is no, later it wants an Italian howitzer.
Panzer can be deployed
So
to
she
the
gets an
battlefield.
Italian howitzer. Meanwhile, Panthers being lined up there for Nathan and Das Vaterland. Eastern nations being seized.
The enemy has 300 points remaining.
Turbo though, still no battle group, kind of comfortable. And there goes section. Multi with the WD. First Substar there. Quickly working, becoming the last Substar at this rate. Starsman advancing here, Humber those sections. Doing their best to halt this German advance. And Nathan does take the hit, withdraws Starstorben. But in the west, we've got the anti-tank rifle section trying to make a bold move. They want to get pinned down by an MV-34. Well positioned. 212 to 66. More Crusaders was first Substar. Turbo continued to do the exact opposite of turboing towards a battle group choice. East side, a bit of fighting there developing. Center continues to be the focal point here, the nexus of destruction. Crossroads of conflict. Crusaders almost done. Panther has arrived here for Nathan and the 26th Panzer Division. 26th Panzer Division was in fact the only Panzer Division in the East Initiative to receive any Panthers. And then when they actually got them, the Panther Battalion was actually just removed by higher command to use as a strategic reserve. So, little fun fact there. And in fact, Panthers is the one we normally typically like used in that manner. Like, you know, the division had Panthers that were typically removed by someone high up the command chain and turned into a strategic reserve. Much the annoyance of the Panther commanders. There we go, Humber down, Humber down.
We have lost a sector.
212 is 261.
Infantry will not be reinforced without your permission.
And there you go, Turbo with heavy armor, and yup, setting up there for the Black Prince. Not too surprising there.
Großtruppen have captured the location.
Initiating rollout of long-range spotting scopes to our vehicles.
Spotting scopes for Nathan, more foot guards here for Turbo. Actually, foot guards for him in the first place. Plus, another Crusader Mark II here for first Substar.
More replacements. Unlucky day.
Quick raid in the west here by first Substar. Catches Lady Rytsu's left flank off guard. Unprepared.
They still have 250 points left.
Push there. We also actually got a second Quattro squad out of Lady Rytsu once more. Thumbs up. Nathan putting in the Stu D to try and assist Lady Rytsu. Contain the Britishness on the left flank here. Will a single solitary Stu be enough to assist Lady Rytsu here? Fighting continues to heat up. You've got foot guards there being shot at. Meanwhile, Turbo getting ready to push up the center here. Foot guards and Stu D seats down in trouble. Oh, directed him. Takes out the Panzer Plan. He's dropping the grenade launcher. And we got the Pack 38 there wipe. Heavy losses for the Germans once more. Lady Rytsu seeing her forces melt away there. Nasty stuff there. Got the Quattro there, rushing forwards. Crusader there, hard at work. Quattro basically acting as reverse fireman, lighting everything on fire. And we got Panzer Company there for Nathan. Good guys in a bit of trouble.
Pioneers standing by.
You're no good to me, Dad.
Got a quad watch, we got 26, 230. Got the Bishop hard at work. And Turbo just holding up that Churchill Black Prince. The unicorn of the British Armoured Forces. About to lose the 250. Minor blow that's a Lady Rytsu, but at this stage in that nothing I think particularly critical.
We should spend our munitions at once. Our
Even while floating a lot of munitions. I'm setting up pursuing artillery, or who knows what he might be scheming about with.
Installing a Panzer officer.
Got the Panzer Company officer quarters there, meanwhile west side. Substar once more striking a Lady Rytsu. Letting loose. And there you go. Nice combined flank here with Lady Rytsu and Nathan catching it. Turbos. Send off got Mark getting the Vickers here. Yes, we got the Bishop though, trying for a close shot there, and it misses. So at least doesn't as much damage as it could have. Crusaders counter-attacking, but now the centre's open. Panzer's falling up here. Troy advancing here, British, German forces here clashing. Got the sick running on the flank there, got Crusader tank down. Black Prince has arrived, Panther's a bit of trouble there. Oh dear, Nathan is about to throw away the Panther. If we get the Black Prince, it won't be a complete waste, but... Into close smoke here. Too late. Yeah, Crusader tank and a Bishop, not bad, but not quite a clean sort of, I think, beneficial 2-for-1 there entirely. Even if I think he probably did come a bit ahead out of overall. More to the quickly dealt with again. Yeah, they really took a fair bit out of the action, particularly Turbo. He definitely lost a fair bit there outside of his Black Prince. Even Substar took some nastier hits, so... Ooh, got the artillery called in here. I think anyways is the one that just makes targets easy to get Eddie's. Pieces of the damage dealt to them as well. Black 36 had a Lady Rytsu. In the flak guns. Thumbs up to Lady Rytsu. Also she's got 3 ambulances. Clear sign of defiance towards the Americans. Too bad they're not on this battlefield in particular.
Enemy forces have captured a victory point.
More Bishops. More Crusaders there for the British. No attempted grants here.
Victory point is under enemy control.
There we go. Black 38 shotgun incentives just being chucked at it from all sides. Deadly roasting the crew there. And setting back, destroying the Lady Rytsu's Black 36. Bit of a stinging blow to her. Again. John and Phillips on 35. Axis Force Metro take the Allies again. But that can very quickly change here. Very quickly. That's the 200 points here for Germans a bit. And there you go. Nathan with Sing artillery here. To rout the Allies from the centre of the map and the field of battle. There we're just sort of kind of watching. It ends up not doing too much there for Nathan. Oh, it does get the 6 battalion crew there, so not all bad. More Crusaders for Substar. Still no attempt at getting out Grant, for example. And Nathan going after the Black Prince with 2Ds seems a bit optimistic, to put it generously. Also bunching up units like that is not ideal either, if possible. East side here, starts from over the foot counter. They're holding up the front line as well. They're very well played there by Turbo. Little Allied forces are seeing some significant pockets of resistance. And they are very much struggling here to establish more dominant control of the battlefield. Falling behind, we've got the bishop there again. Bookguards unless being held down by a well-positioned MG-34. Nathan here could go for another Panther. Will he go for another Panther? Nathan decides he's definitely for another Panther. There you go. Panzerkampfwagen 5 Ausführung D. Early model of Panther, then you had the Model A and then the Model G. There's a Model F under development, but didn't really have anything like fully complete by the end of the war.
The enemy has taken a victory point.
188% 26. Pack crew there, heroic trying to turn around them, but they're definitely in trouble, outgunned, outnumbered, and outmaneuvered. Embers in pursuit here by the British. And Pantherman got a Crusader tank, well done, his duties withdrawing. 186, 126 here, Chaos reigns.
Artillery batteries are requesting
Oh,
orders, Commandant.
lost two of the technology of the Bishop. Like Nathan's finally getting this. Well, not really, Lady Bits is finally getting a flick.
Enemy
Out there.
forces have secured all victory points.
Another single-artillery barrage down here at Nathan. Also, he's got the assault package for the Star Storm. I doubt he's going to use it though. But theoretically, he could do it. He could do it. He felt like, you know, the sense downgrading the Star Storm. And Lady Rytsu here in a very bold move actually goes for a second flank 36. 2 thumbs up. Not something you see every day and not something I'd recommend. Though it is fairly interesting as to see. Make no mistake. Just because we recommend it doesn't mean it's not cool. So we got the Black Prince here with the section 8 trying to seize the center again.
Territory sector lost.
Second flak 56 almost done there for Lady Rytsu. Got the gun crews there being silenced here by Axis artillery there. We still got the Italian howitzer there commanded by Lady Rytsu. Now that's one rotating the Axis there in terms of victory points. 121 versus 126. Clock continues to tick here. And in the east is Starstorm with Grenadiers for flank up behind the machine team under turbos. Stoic command. Double flak 36. Will make it difficult for the Allies to use armor around Lady Rytsu unless they can take out some of them, all of them fast.
Enemy forces have captured a victory point.
Crusaders there for turbo. Oh, sappers! Demolition sappers got wiped. Drop the flamethrower too. That's definitely a bit of a painful blow there to turbo. Stars assault there against the machine gun until he finishes off here. 110 was 125. Starstorm about to get wiped out. Sappers almost taken out in return as well here. Black Prince launches himself forward. See Grenadiers push back with the foot guards as they clear the way through the German rear lines. Panther dashing in here. We got 110 was on 18. East side here. Grenadiers Starstorm defending some victory point there from Allied attempt. So much artillery, so much death. 110 versus 104. Clock is ticking now against the Allies again. It's going to end up being a pretty close finish.
They only have 100 points.
Dukes, not really needed repairs. Panther though, heavy needed repairs.
Victory point is under enemy control.
trying to deal with the Allied air support. Not maybe. They want to get that Flak 36 out of that line of fire then. Lady Ritz maybe should allow the flak to actually shoot at the aircraft he's attempting to. So it's a loader. Can actually be difficult for hit for the Flak 36 if it's like flying right about them, and basically the gun can't track the aircraft fast enough to actually get off any shots.
Increase security around the HQ.
Back to another Gossatori squad there out of Lady Ritz. Alright, it's not a lot, but it's still the marked target one, don't mind. Just so used to seeing it through the Lloyd and not the other one, just my mind just automatically assumes it's like, the Lloyd's artillery version instead of, the marked target one. So they can defend these. We've got some Jaegers here to try and help convince the British to vacate the premises. Does seem to be working there as well. That's 95. We got the Flak 36 through there. Getting devastated. Roasted. Incinerated. Chain of news in these. We've got 93 with 78 here. Flak destroyed.
75 points. Do not let up.
Got the guns blazing, the Gossatori bounty to retreat that Gossatori squad there. Ritz, I think, playing a bit too heavy on her luck there. East side here, heavy fine moving up. Got foot guards being more, but the starts to be more with the foot guards. Got the Panther arriving here, took out the Crusader.
Enemy has taken a victory point.
Black Prince seems like it's almost been just kind of relegated. It's like, a supporting role.
Victory point lost.
Not really doing much. Stevens and Garland Mercenaries Vision. Almost got the Grenadiers with the Black Prince. It's only the Black Prince is back in action. He does not want to be associated with Stevens now. And ground the centre victim with the Stars to open D's doing what they can. And we got a deep flank being lined up here by first Substar. Says going for it here. We've got the Flak 36 here. You're going to pack 38. Too slow to get that flank going. Smoke operation. Knocking out all the ambulances. Heroic charge. Alright, chaps, tally ho. Aim for anything with a cross on it. Well, the German cross now. No, the medical cross. Oh. No, they have to use the white or red here because the red cross doesn't allow the other one to be used. They kind of have a pattern on it. Copyright. So you can't really use it for that mission, and they don't really want it used in war games. Yeah, fun fact there. Meanwhile, Lady Ritz with another Flak 36. Got more foot guards for Turbo. Got 93 with 36. Clock is ticking.
We have lost control of a victory point.
There you go, Hartling loose.
Heavy Panzer is awaiting deployment.
With a smoke screen. Double Panthers there for Nathan. Not bad at all, by the way. Black Prince moving forward again. 90 bombers 35. There you go, Flak 36 shoots, whiffs. Heavy damage to the Black Prince. Very, very heavy damage.
Artillery batteries are requesting orders, Commandant.
Going to mine in the east here. And the Black Prince is down, but the Panthers diving in. They're re-exposed here. Germans almost getting triple cap. They're getting hit by the Allies. 70 versus 35 here. This looks like it could be a very close finish. Almost got the Panther here. Other Panthers with the damage in cutting through support here. Crusader races in. Goes for it. Takes out the Panther with a rear shot. Stinging blow there to Nathan. Soviets has got both of the flank guns covering the center. Got the ambulance. 53 versus 35. East side, heavy fire infliction bomb. Got foot guards machinery brought in here. Two deep running until it's support here. Close quarters kind for the German troops there.
Only 50 points left.
50 points left as the Allies 35. Manages to stop and turn the clock against the Allies once more. So much as a Bishop at 92. Starstorm about to get wiped out. $50 versus 30. Western 1 is completely open there for the Axis to seize upon. To grab with both hands. Allied forces at this point seem like they're in a pretty rough spot here. Like Turbo with some theoretical like really sharp maneuvers could maybe like turn things around again, but he needs to be fast about it. He does need to be very, very sharp about it. So far they're just kind of sitting about there. Just moving for the center, which is definitely, I think, not the way they're going to actually achieve victory. 50 versus 17. The guns wiped there. 50 versus 13. 12. 11. 9.
10 points remain.
7, 5, 3, 1, and that's it. Game over. A boom back for fight there. Allies were close, but a few tactical blunders. I think ended up costing them the match there. So there you go, GG, game over. Hope you dropped the match, have learned something from it. This is Imperial 18. Cheers, and see you all tomorrow for another episode. Bye everyone.